Yeah, I would have probably gone a couple more times cross court, right? Especially this early, like to get into more of a groove, to get your confidence back a little bit. It was probably too early to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The intensity around the ball is missing a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little setup steps.
Yes.
You're not moving with enough intensity. That's why you're often improvising a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome forehand, Emma. Great job. Good depth on the previous one. And your forehand has tons of topspin. So when you get a little more depth, it's very difficult to return that type of forehand.
I'm trying to push you back with my forehand to your backhand.
That's perfect strategy. You get a high topspin to my backhand. That's a good move. That's my number one pet peeve with hard shrew. Is like the lines are so uneven. And when you hit the line, forget it, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Look how look there. They have a tendency to stick up a little bit. Because the clay in itself is uneven. I find the red clay court is a little bit more predictable, even when the ball goes on the line. Emma, this is so good. I love that backhand cross court. That was fantastic. See, that's what you need is like one of these shots to open up the court, and then all of a sudden you're in control of the rally. You can pretty much do whatever you want. That was a fantastic job. Nice. So smart. See, a lot of times with my students, I would probably tell them like, don't risk, let it bounce, hit an overhead. But in your case, you're so comfortable around the net.
Yeah.
That's why you're so good in doubles.
Yeah. Especially swinging volleys.
You love swinging volleys, right? You're so consistent with them.
Yeah.
So in your case, I think you did the right move. Yeah. But generally, I would probably tell people to stay away from hitting a backhand swing volley from that low of a contact point, because you hit it pretty low, but you're so good at the net. Yeah. It worked out well for you. Emma, this is so good, that forehand. Nice job. There's not that many women that slice, except like Roberta Vinci or Ash Barty, Ons Jabeur. But generally speaking, you don't see slice that much, right?
Yeah, but like, that's why these are good players, because most of the women can't return that slice, but I can.
You're very good.
They're like flat hitters.
Yeah. You're so right. You know, that's why, like, remember Monica Niculescu with the forehand slice? Nobody could do anything against it because they're not, most women are not used to getting slice and therefore not good at returning slice. Yeah. So it's, in a way, it's a good practice to practice everything. Returning like fast flat ball, slice, high top spin, everything. Ace! Beautiful slice. Too good, Emma. Beautiful shot. Great serve. Again, you're painting the lines today. Beautiful job. See, what I like about your serve is that while it might not be the most powerful serve, I think it's very precise, and you're able to hit the corners. You were able to hit your spots really well.
Yeah, I was actually just reading something today, and they said precision is as important as, or even more important than power, especially on the serve. Like
for women tennis, in my opinion, like I'm able to move it around. If I want to hit wide, if I want to and switch it, then body, then more power, then less power, instead of just like, I mean, yeah, if I was consistent all the time to hit so powerful, yes, but you know what I mean. Do you agree with that?
Where did you read that? Did you read it at intuitivetennis.com?
No.
Because I think I said that many times.
Really?
That's smart, yeah, because there's absolutely nothing to gain from just having power.
Yeah.
I have students that are rec level, like 5-0 player, rec level. No chance to play college tennis, Division I, high level, nothing. Like they're just simply not good enough. But I have one guy who was serving like 130. And he was a rec level player. So he had a really fast arm, had a super fast serve. But if we played a set, he couldn't hold serve because obviously we'd miss tons of first serves. His percentage was maybe 20%, if that. And his second serve was a disaster. So the technique and the precision, therefore, is much more important than the power that you can generate. You got to be able to get, first of all, get your serve in at a high percentage.
Yeah.
We talk about first serve, you got to get at least 50%.
Yeah.
If you want to have a great serve, you want to be 60, 70%.
Yeah.
And second serve has to be a quality second serve that goes in 99% of the time. So to be able to do that, you need good technique, good fundamentals, and you need to be able to hit your spot. But when you're talking about the high level, there's a lot of players who are spot servers. Think about like Rafa and Federer, and even Djokovic to some extent. They're averaging like 115 on their first serve.
Yeah.
That's not very fast,
Yeah.
but they hit spots.
Yes.
So they exactly know the purpose of the serve because they probably want to hit a forehand on the first ball.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
They have a plan before they are there. When they're here, they know, they visualize how the point is going to look like.
So I would agree that precision is more important than power, no doubt about that. But if you can have both, if you can have precision and power, like Ivanišević or Isner or something like that, now you got the best serve in the world, and nobody can do anything. But generally speaking, there's a lot of truth in that. Emma, this is so good. See, what happened right there is, to me, one of the most fascinating differences between like WTA and ATP. So on the ATP tour, nobody would just stand there and pick the ball up. They would back up and they would hit like a regular backhand. While on the WTA tour, I wouldn't say all players, but most of them will just, they will crouch down, they will just hold their ground, crouch down, and then pick it up off the ground. Why is that? What do you think? What's your theory behind that? Because that's what you did there, and I don't think it's a perfect solution, especially on clay, because the bounce is going to be difficult to predict, and you mishit that ball a little bit. I felt like you would have been better off backing up 2 or 3 steps and hitting a regular backhand.
Yeah, I agree. I do that when I don't react fast enough after my serve.
So you think it's a reaction thing?
It is, because I served and I kind of like paused for a second.
Okay.
Like, and it's that split second that
Got it.
matters a lot. So like I hit it, and like my feet were like
You
know,
were kind
I
of
was
stuck
like,
in the ground.
Yes. And then like, oh, the ball, and I'm like, and then I just like, okay, this is an easy way out.
Yeah.
Just like going down and blocking sometimes works, sometimes
So you
it
think it's a
doesn't.
matter of reaction?
I think
It could
so.
be.
It's me, because
It
I
could
know
be.
that I did
But
not.
there's so many players that play like that.
Yes, for sure.
Tons.
Because we've been taught, like in tennis, in college, and
Yeah.
most of my coaches would be like, okay, because these girls return fast down
Yeah.
the middle here, and then just go low and just
Well,
pick it up here.
but you don't see that. That's my main point, is that you don't see that style on the ATP tour, and I don't think it's the
Yeah.
optimal style, because again, the balls that are taken off the bounce have to be a specific type of ball. It has to be more of a flat ball, long ball. I think that's another reason why on the WTA you can get away with playing like that, because the
Yeah.
ball has a tendency to be
Exactly.
less spinny and more flat, while on the ATP such heavy spin.
Yes.
You can't take a heavy spin forehand off the
No.
bounce like that. You're going to miss it
No.
all the time, because the trajectory of the ball off a heavy topspin is going more vertical than a
Yes.
flat ball goes more through, and it's easier to pick up a flat ball. So
And that's exactly. Look how much heavier, like if you watch Nadal's forehand or
Yeah, of course.
Alcaraz, or it's like going up and
No,
like.
no.
But like woman is more flat, so we're used to like just being here
yes,
and here,
Yes,
right?
it's
Where
true.
guys, and look how further back everybody
true.
stands. Where You understand? Everybody's closer
Yeah.
here.
And when we say everybody, of
Not
course it's not
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
examples of women that play more like men. That's true. But
Yeah.
generally speaking,
Generally speaking.
yeah.
Yes.
Very interesting. Yeah.
But you see, I struggle with this ball, and I know that I always did, right? Like, I don't know if I have a hard time switching after I serve, if I have a hard time switching to my backhand grip, but always if I hit a good serve, big serve, I get that low, short backhand,
Yeah.
it flies out.
Here's the problem. Like your backhand is very flat. You got a flat backhand. I know you can hit it with spin, but generally speaking, it's more of a flat backhand, especially when you go cross court. Just look at all the backhand winners you hit today, they're completely flat.
Yeah.
When you're in that position on the court, and especially if you're in transition, you cannot hit flat, especially when the ball is low. You have to play with topspin or you're going to spray it long. So on balls like that, you either slice or you do backhand topspin. And now you're going to have a lot more control, because the problem is that when you hit flat from there, you're much closer to the baseline. It's very easy to overhit. Oh, Emma, there it is! The two-handed dropper. You always use two hands?
And I have such a good drop. So this was bad, but my drop shot was always a killer.
Yeah?
Two hands.
Martina Hingis style.
Really?
What about your backhand volley? Two hands as well?
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that was too weak. What are you trying to do, angle or what?
No,
Lob, Emma.
lob to your backhand.
Bad choice. First ball, right away lob. Like make the person volley, you know? Or use your little cross-court angle, two-handed.
No, I couldn't.
Come on.
Trying to be too fancy instead of just being patient.
Yeah, that's true. I did notice that on some of the rallies that
Right
you,
here, it's a checkout. Like, I'm not in the position to
not at all. Not
just make another shot.
exactly. Like wait until you get something to be advantageous on. When you're behind the baseline, just keep rallying. Stay in the
Yeah.
rally longer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emma. Emma, what happens is when you start teaching and you stop playing, you know what you lose? You don't lose forehand, backhand. You lose the explosiveness.
Yes.
Like your sprint there, if you go back like 5 years ago, you would have sprinted so much faster. But you know what? You got to play more matches. You're going to get it back. I felt like you should have gone for that though, because my forehand was so weak. I feel like there you have to go, because you're inside. That's another subject. Like it doesn't have to be on the line, of course, but on a ball like that that's slow and short, you got to go for it. But yeah, take a bigger target. Again, it's too flat, Emma. Same backhand. You missed it twice already now. Put some spin on that thing. A great serve, but an unforced error there from half court. So roll it more. Again, late on that. The key is when you're late, realizing you're late and then just taking a lot off the forehand and just getting it back in play. If you don't realize you're late and you hit hard, you're gonna miss like 9 out of 10 times.
Good ball.
Again, I feel like a defensive situation and you're deflecting it. It's just so risky to deflect in that circumstance. You're better off putting a little bit of shape on there, you know, or backing up. Out, Emma.
Yes, come on.
Are you sure? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Emma, my bad. Forehand slice, Emma. You're not allowed to hit forehand slice anymore. It's the lazy shot. Come on. You're taking that so high, that return. Either they take it a little bit sooner or wait for it to come down. You're literally taking it above your head. Footwork. Beautiful job, Emma. Beautiful shot. I love how you have not hit a single ball to my forehand. Yeah. That is very smart. Very smart. So good. Emma. Emma, you're back. Last one, winner takes all, okay? The loser has to sweep the court. How about that? And you win. Beautiful forehand, Emma. Nice. I'm going to sweep really good. Emma, you're back in business. You see how I started playing better towards the end? Yes. You found your rhythm again.
I did.
You got to do this more often. You got to get back.
I know.
Come on.